Instagram. We are live on Facebook. We are live on Zoom. We are recording on YouTube. We are all over this shit right now. We are in this thing. We're doing the, like, yo, I even ordered an extra iPhone yesterday so I could be live on every platform possible. Like, y'all should see my setup. Hold on. Let me, like, I got a whole, hold on. I'm like connected to the, all this shit. Look at all this stuff right here. I don't know if you guys can see that. I'm like, I got like the whole works right here. What's going on, family? Welcome to Money Monday, Mindset Monday, whatever you want to call it. Because we talking about the mindset. We also talk about money. We're talking about growing our income. We're talking about growing our businesses. We're talking about growing as individuals. We're talking about growth. We're talking about prosperity. We're talking about doing something absolutely amazing. Drop a 7 in the chat if you want to do something absolutely phenomenal. Drop a 7 in the chat if you're ready to do something big. Drop a 7 in the chat if you're ready to be a leader. Drop a 7 in the chat if you're ready to grow your income. Drop a 7 in the chat if you want to have a quantum leap. Yo, I am pumped up for today's call. We are live all over the place, guys. I'm excited. You know, I was talking to, when I was masterminding with Mina, we were talking, she was talking about, you know, coming to the call with like a particular problem. So, you know, some people have like a particular problem and they kind of base my call around that. And so today we're gonna be talking about quantum leap and the path of least resistance. Quantum leaps and the path of least resistance. So if you don't know what a quantum leap is, don't worry, I'm gonna be covering what that is. If you wanna have a quantum leap, you're in the perfect place at the perfect time. Learning from Uncle Bobby P. Yo, I'm so pumped up, guys. Like, I'm always so grateful. I love seeing everybody's faces. I love seeing everybody smile when I'm talking. I just love to go out here and do something amazing. All right, guys. So really quickly, make sure you share this with somebody. Remember, I do this call for free. I don't charge nobody for this call. I don't share this anywhere else. Like my clients that are in my Thinking Into Results program, I don't even share this with them. This is completely separate information that I've gathered from Bob or other stuff. So my boy Quay just dropped it in the chat. Share this on your Instagram. Share this to somebody who's struggling in business, who wants to get to the next level, who wants to grow their team, grow their leadership, have a quantum leap. Get this call out there. And that's the only charge, I guess you can say, for being on this call, is sharing it with at least 3 other people so we can continue to grow. So without further ado, family, my name is DeAndre Saxton, your boy, Miami Patron. I'm 24 years old. I am from San Diego, California, now living here in beautiful MIA. I prefer Miami over California. People talk shit. They say, man, I'd rather go to LA. Y'all can keep LA. Y'all can keep all that traffic and smog too. I'm gonna sit here with my pineapple, going over, you know, in South Beach, in downtown, enjoying some beautiful weather when it's not having hurricanes and shit. So other than that, guys, I'm loving it. So what do I do? You know, why are you guys even on this call? It's because I work with the Uncle Bobby P. I work with Bob Proctor. Drop an Uncle Bobby P in the chat. Uncle Bobby P. Man, he don't even know what that means. He's just 87 years old, just chilling, making millions, changing people's lives, catching stages, catching flights. Like, I don't give a shit. He's been a millionaire since the 60s, and he's just out here impacting people's lives. And I'm one of his certified consultants. And I run this call for free. Like other consultants, you know, they run their businesses their ways. We have like a franchise. They run it differently. By the way, they charge like $25 for calls like these. I do them for free because I just love sharing. I just love going out here and doing something great with you guys. So I want to go ahead and I'm gonna make 2 announcements, and then we're gonna get started with the topic. Okay, here's announcement number 1. Let's go. First live event, baby. First live event, Miami, Thursday, August 6th, 7 p.m. in the Wynwood, Miami area. Guys, the first live event is up and running. Let me actually put that in the chat. Hey, Quay, I know you're in the call. I'm gonna copy this one time. If you can like paste it later on in the call. So I'm putting it in the chat right now. So this is the link to the Eventbrite. So you can register on Eventbrite. It's a free event, guys. Man, I was on a call yesterday. Somebody got started in the program yesterday, and he said, DeAndre, why are you doing what you're doing? Like, and I know the reason why people ask that question. They want to know, is he for real? Is he really about the money? Is he really going to help me? Does he have a vision? You know what my vision is? Since I was 19 years old, my vision has been I remember exactly when the vision hit me. I was sitting at my RVP's table. I was in a company called Primerica. I was sitting at his table. I was in the company maybe a week. I was 19 years old. I was wide-eyed, just getting introduced to network marketing. And this vision hit me of speaking in front of an entire stadium of people. Imagine being like in a freaking football stadium and speaking across like all thousands of people. And I had this feeling of sharing my story. And then when I shared my story, I was speaking to this 19-year-old kid whose parents didn't believe in him, who everybody around him said he wasn't going to be successful, who when he goes home, right, he's trying to start his own business, whether he's in network marketing, sales, real estate. And here he is. And when he goes home, his family's telling him to go to school, finish school, get a degree. That if you want to be successful, you need to go down this path. And this kid, this 19-year-old person says, no, I want to follow my own path. And he just needs somebody to believe in. He just needs somebody to believe in this kid. And I get on that stage and I share my story and I change that 19-year-old kid's life. And that vision came to me when I was 19 years old. And that vision has been with me ever since. So what am I talking about right now? My vision is to one day put 55,000 people inside of Dolphin Stadium, where they're going to come together. We're going to mix spirituality. We're going to mix business. They're not separate. You don't have to go to a business conference and learn tactics and strategies and how to set up an LLC. Why don't you go to business and learn about how God can help you become more and have a quantum leap? How can you tap into your subconscious mind, do a meditation so you can go and double, triple your revenue next month? Why don't we talk about that? See, that's my vision, what we're going to do. Having speakers from around the world, maybe even have Tony Robbins one day come by and speak at that event. So why is this first event special? Because it's history. This Thursday in the Miami, I have clients that are actually flying in to this free event. Like, that's how pumped up they are because they're so behind this vision about changing people's lives and doing something absolutely amazing. So it's going to be this Thursday. In the Wynwood, Miami area. It's going to be secret location. The venue's already set up. We're going to have a photographer, videographer. If you want to get some content there, we're going to have sponsors, different sponsors from wine and alcohol coming out. It's going to be a great, great event. It's the first of many. It's the first event. And then years from now, we'll put 55,000 people in the stadium and we'll look back. We will look back. So that's announcement number one. So if you want to go ahead and register, it is a limited amount. It is a limited amount of tickets. Click the link, it's in the chat right now, or go in my Instagram bio. It's in there. You can register on Eventbrite. If you have any questions on it, just DM me. Here is bonus number 2. For anybody that tags me in their story, my Instagram is @MiamiPatron. I know my boy Quay's in the chat right now. He can drop my Instagram. For anybody that tags me in their story, whether it's on this call, one of my posts, I'm going to go through all my DMs after this call and throughout the day. Anybody that tags me on their story, what I'm going to do is you're going to have the chance to get on a free one-on-one clarity call with me, right? And here's what we're going to do. And I'll talk about that a little bit later. So go ahead and follow me on Instagram, tag me in your story, and you have a chance to get on a free one-on-one clarity call with me. I'll be talking about that a little bit later on. So that's enough with announcements. So let's talk about it. What are we talking about today, family? Uncle Bobby P. We're talking about the quantum leap. Drop that word. Drop that word, man. Drop that shit in the chat. Drop that shit in the chat. Quantum leap. Man, what is a quantum leap? What is a quantum leap? And the quantum leap and the path of least resistance. I woke up today and that was the line that came to my consciousness. So where did this story come about? Why am I talking about this today? So there's a girl in my building, right? And she's in a particular company, network marketing. She trades Forex. And I noticed her, she was always like stressed out. Like she just got started with her company less than 60 days ago. She's hitting ranks. But she's so freaking stressed out and anxious. It makes me anxious. She's just like working on her phone. She's like, what I need to do? I need strategies. And she found out I work with Bob Proctor. She's like, DeAndre, I need some strategies. I'm like, girl, you need to calm down. That's what you need to do. And it is not to knock the hustle because you got to hustle. But what started coming to my mind was how many people out there are like busting their ass trying to get shit happening. And they're working and they're working. And what they're doing is they're going up a glass wall. They're looking for the next strategy, the next tactic. They're trying to burn the midnight oil. Instead of attracting and letting and things coming to them, they're trying to force their way. Force negates. Force negates. If you force your way, you're negating all the efforts you're putting out there. Now, this is not to say that there's no work that comes into having success. Hard work is a requirement, but it's not the end all be all. That's not how you're going to get to the top. It's not from pure hard work, but hard work is a requirement. It's a very thin line, and your understanding of this thin line will completely change your life. And what we're talking about today is that particular story with this girl. And I started explaining things to her, but her paradigm was so fixed on how hard I have to work. Everything I told her just went right over her head, and I guarantee she's doing the same thing today, waking up, trying to work her way to the top. So I want to talk about something. So I'm going to read an excerpt from this book called U Squared. Okay, U Squared. I actually just arrived this morning, and I tapped into it, and Bob actually brought this story. I'm going to start off with the story because stories are really good at conveying a message. So it's the first couple pages, and it's called The Fly Story. Okay, this story could really change your life if you understand the principles of what's going on in your life, and this will be the foundation of today's call. The Fly Story. Okay, this is from the book U Squared from Price Pritchett. Here's what he's saying. On the page. Hold on. Okay, here we go. A true story. So here's what he says. I'm sitting in a quiet room at the Millcroft Inn, a peaceful little place hidden back among the pine trees about an hour out of Toronto. It's just past noon, late July, and I'm listening to the desperate sounds of a life or death struggle going on just a few feet away from me. There's a fly burning out the last of his short life's energies in a futile attempt to fly against the glass of the window pane. The whining wings tell the story of the fly's strategy. Try harder, but it's not working. The frenzied efforts offer no hope for survival. Ironically, the struggle is part of the trap. It is impossible for the fly to try hard enough to succeed at breaking through the glass. Nevertheless, this little insect has staked his life on reaching its goal through raw effort and determination. This fly is doomed. It will die there on the windowsill. Across the room, literally 10 steps away, the door is open. 10 seconds of flying time, and this small creature could reach the outside world it seeks. With only a fraction of the effort now being wasted, it could be free of its self-imposed trap. The breakthrough possibility is there. It would be so easy. Why doesn't the fly try another approach, something dramatically different? How did it get so locked in on the idea that this particular route and determined effort offer the most promise for success? What logic is there in continuing until death to seek a breakthrough with more of the same? No doubt, this approach makes sense to the fly. Regrettably, it's an idea that will kill. Trying harder isn't necessarily the solution to achieving more. It may not offer any real promise for getting what you want out of life. Sometimes, in fact, it's a big part of the problem. If you stake your hopes for a breakthrough on trying harder than ever, you may kill your chances for success. I talked about this on a training I did about a month or two ago, about the doing paradigm. Most of us, and even myself, I can get caught up in here sometimes. Most entrepreneurs are in the doing paradigm. What is a paradigm? It's a multitude of habits. It's your conditioning. It's your programming. The more you hear what a paradigm is, the more you remember what a paradigm is. It's the ideas fixed in your subconscious that control your daily habits. Your daily habits control your results. What is the doing paradigm? The doing paradigm are the people that wake up and say, what do I need to do today to get X result? What do I need to do today to recruit somebody? What do I need to do today to get a sale? What do I need to do today to increase my leadership? What do I need to do today? They're asking action-oriented questions instead of who do I need to become to attract the things that I want. And here's the problem with the doing paradigm is that you lack consciousness. There's no consciousness when it comes to the doing paradigm. You're like the fly going up against the wall over and over. You're not sitting down to think, man, what I'm doing is not really working. I'm putting in all this effort, but is there a better way? Is there a more efficient way? Is there a path of least resistance? Is there a way for me to have a quantum leap? You tap into your consciousness, you tap into your imagination, you tap into the faculties of your mind to do something great. So what is a quantum leap? What is a quantum leap? In his books, he calls it U squared. So we know that when you square a number, right, 4 times 4 is 16, 4 squared is 16. So what he implies is U squared. So you being a person, Y-O-U, you being a person. Well, us knowing that we come from God, God being the infinite source, we have infinite potential within us. So what is infinite potential squared? Imagine that. What is your infinite potential squared? Anything you want. Anything you want to create in this world. So this is what he's talking about, U squared. U squared implies an explosive jump in your personal performance that puts you far beyond the next logical step. It's a formula for stunning advances in achievement and the realization of your dreams. The concept is one of exponential gains rather than incremental growth. You might compare it to multiplying instead of adding. It means a geometric progression in your effectiveness. It's talking about going from the first floor to the penthouse. First floor to the penthouse in the elevator. If y'all want to take the stairs I'm on the 28th floor looking over the Miami Heat Stadium. I have a great view here. Blessed and highly favored. I'm on the 28th floor right now. There's two types of people. One says, you know what? I've been like hard work, effort. I'm going to take the stairs to get to the top. Because if I work harder, that means I'll get better results. And the other person just presses the elevator and takes the elevator to the top. Quantum leaps, going from the bottom floor to the penthouse. We're not talking about health here. We're talking about having a good quantum leap, family. Some of you are like, I don't take the stairs. I don't take the stairs. It's healthy. No, that's not the point of the story. The point of the story is going from the bottom to the top. You help people out there. Chill out. Let's go. But now, on a serious note, going from the bottom floor to the penthouse. Drop a 1 in the chat if you want to go from the bottom floor to the penthouse right away. That's what we're talking about. Geometric progression in your effectiveness. Remember, quantum leaps come without apparent effort. Quantum leaps come without apparent effort. These are high velocity moves that carry you to dramatically higher performance without time-consuming struggles. If you guys have The Secret, there's an application called The Secret. If you guys ever seen the movie, there's actually applications you can purchase. And I think the one it talked about today, in the universe, there is no time. In God's world, there's no such thing as time. Time is a thing that us humans created because we have a time on our life. So therefore, we must measure time, 30 minutes here, an hour here, 6 years here. So we created time, but in the universe, in God's world, there is no time. So a quantum leap comes without time-consuming struggle. Common leaps can seem to violate common sense. The idea of moving to a higher orbit and skipping several rungs on the achievement ladder in the process strikes people as far-fetched and maybe even outrageous. After the fact, quantum leaps may be reviewed as practical, sensible, even obvious moves, but they typically do not come to you as the obvious as in the moment. Quantum leaps is something you reflect back on. So I'm in Bob's inner circle, right? I'm in many of Bob's elite programs. And in his inner circle, he talks about the quantum leap is something you reflect back on. You don't try to have a quantum leap. You build up the cash, right? You build up this energy in the universe. Make sure the camera's set up. You build up this energy in the universe, and it rewards you with the quantum leap. And when you're going through the quantum leap, it doesn't look like a quantum leap. You're just working, and remember the requirement, the hard work is coming. You're doing the work, but it's not hard. And then when you reflect back on it, you're like, shit, my business changed, my income changed. Everything begins to change in your life. Quantum leap is something you reflect back on. I want to share with you guys. Is it okay if I'm transparent with you guys? Drop a one in the chat if it's okay for me to be transparent with y'all. Drop one in the chat. I think that's why my clients appreciate me, because I'm like other consultants is not everybody. See, a consultant with Bob is like a franchise. You can run, there's parameters, but after that, you run it the way you want. Okay. Some McDonald's are nice and nicely made up and you can sit down. Some of them are trash, right? It's just however they want to run it. There's no bad or wrong. But I've noticed that other people try to position themselves as a coach. I don't really call myself a coach. I call myself a big brother. I'm your guys' big brother. You see, your big brother is going to tell you what you need to do to pass the class. He's going to tell you what to do to get results. He's going to tell you how it is, and he's going to step on your toes if you need to be stepped on your toes. All right. So I just love to be transparent with you guys. Do you guys want to know the exact numbers to my financial quantum leap? Drop a 7 in the chat. If you want to know exactly what happened to me, and then number 2, what I did to get it. Drop a 7 in the chat right now. This goes for Instagram. This goes for Facebook. This goes for the Zoom call. This goes for everybody. If you want to know my exact numbers of what happened and then what I did to get it, drop a 7 in the chat. All right? Because I believe that this can make a big change for you guys if you know stories. When I was a quick little 30-second tangent. I'm a YouTuber, so I like watching YouTube, which is why I have a YouTube channel. And I would love the YouTube videos where the guys would talk about how, when they're making money, how much they made, where it came from, down to the dollars. It made me feel build so much relationship with that guy and trust them even more. Damn, this guy's telling me how much he made last month down to the cent. That's really cool. And I followed those guys a lot longer than a guy that just taught me shit. So I don't know if you YouTubers are out there that watch YouTube. That was kind of me. So let's check this out. So here's my income starting from June of last year. So last year, from June 2019 to October 2019, so that entire period, I averaged $957 a month. $957 a month, okay? Because I had a social media agency. I had one client that paid me $1,000 a month minus credit card fees. I'd get paid $957 a month. I had a little bit of money saved up, but nothing crazy. So I averaged last year, I think I made $20,000, $25,000 last year. Pretty much nothing. November of last year, this is when I started driving for Lyft. And then I started delivering Amazon packages. So you know the Prime, the people that have a little vest and deliver your Prime packages? I did that shit for 4 months. That's actually how I got enough money to go meet Bob Proctor. So this shit happened quick. I'm humble with this shit, right? So November, that's when I started driving for Amazon Flex. November, I earned $2,679 driving for Amazon Flex. December 2019, I earned $4,419. That's when I started driving for Lyft. I started selling on Amazon. I made some money selling on Amazon, Amazon Flex, and then money from, Christmas and shit. $4,500. January, I made $2,321. This year. And then February, I didn't track February because February is when I started studying the program. I was just so focused on studying. I didn't really do anything. I probably made $2K or something like that. But I want you, look, that's what happened. So 2,600, 4,500, 2,300, 2,300. Y'all with me right now? Some of you might be looking like that. Some of you might be having a job. You might be around that income. Y'all think I'm joking with this shit. Some of you might be at the job earning $3,000 a month. Only what? $500 more, $3,500 a month, $4,000, $5,000 a month. You might be earning $1,000 a month right now. It doesn't matter in your network marketing business. In 6 months, you can completely change your life. So check this out. February, that's when I start studying the program, Thinking into Results. What do I do as a Bob Proctor consultant? I offer his 6-month program called Thinking into Results. It's been out since 2009. 7,000 people have taken this program. I started taking the program in February. I became a testimonial of that program. My clients are in that program. One of my clients right now, I see him right now. Maybe I even have him come on. Yo, Mike, I might have you come on a little bit. Yeah, Mike, yo, at the Mike and Taylor, Mike, I'm gonna have you guys come on at the end if you're cool with that. February, I started studying the program. March, this is sales, by the way. So this is money coming in, sales. March, I get my first client. February, I don't make any money from my consulting business. Maybe 2,000 from Lyft and shit. March, remember, what was I earning before? 2,600 average? March, 19,250 in sales. April, 85. And by the way, this is just one of my accounts. This is one of my accounts. April, 85,500. May, 137,921 in a month, in 30 days. This month already, for the month, I'm at $17,000 and it's a third of the month. From earning $2,600 a month 6 months ago, and I crossed over $300,000 in 4 months. This month I'll do $500,000. The only reason I share that with you is to tell you the truth that if you understand the concept of a quantum leap and you study what Bob has for you and what these concepts are, your life will completely change. So I'm going to give you the 5 things that I did to have a quantum leap. The 5 things that I did. Okay. All of these, by the way, I learned from the program Thinking into Results. Here's number 1, is I got a very clear goal. I had a very clear goal. You see, and I learned that in lesson 1, I think I've done lesson 1 with you guys at least once or twice. In lesson 1, Bob talks about the goal card, right? Vibe check, where y'all goal cards at? Y'all got your goal cards on you? Y'all got the goal cards on you? In lesson 1 of the program, Bob Proctor talks about the goal card. Bob Proctor, Inner Circle, fam. Inner Circle, fam. You got to have a very clear goal. You got to know where you're going. You got to have a GPS. You got to have a GPS. Hey, Mina, is that you? What's up, Mina? Hey, my girl Mina is literally on the plane right now. What's up, girl? Let's go. Yo, shout out Mina. Yo, I want everybody to drop a little heart emoji. It was her birthday yesterday. Drop a little heart emoji. Drop a little heart. Happy birthday, Mina. Drop a little heart for her. Love it. Yo, by the way, about quantum leaps, I would not be here if it was not for my God, number 1. Number 2, my mentor, Bob Proctor. Number 3, my friends. I would not be here without Jason and Christy Stone. I would not be here without Neno Torres, and I would not be here without Mina. And then all my clients. All of this, there's no such thing as self-made. No such thing. I'm here because of my God, my mentor, Bob Proctor, and my associates, Mina, Neno, Jason, Christy, and on all my clients. All right? So have a clear goal. It's your GPS. What are you waking up for? If you're feeling unmotivated right now, it's because you're not moving towards something. You're not moving towards a particular vision. If you just hop in the car, if you imagine just hopping in your car and then driving, and you're just driving without a purpose, there's really no motivation to go anywhere. Right? If you just start driving places, there's no motivation for you to drive towards the gym, to drive towards a restaurant, to drive towards the beach. There's no motivation to drive. You're just wandering. 95% of people are wandering. They're wandering. You see, when you get a very clear, compelling goal and you write it down and you carry on you, don't just write it down, carry it on you. Carry that goal on you. My boy Quay, if you have it, if you can drop the goal card, everybody should get a goal card. I'll give it to you guys for free. You guys can print it out and carry it on you. Carry this on. That's what I started doing in February. I put a goal card. I'm so happy and grateful now that I earn $10,000 a month. Now that I earn $10,000 a month, I started thinking about money. Money started coming. That's step number one, get a clear goal. Number two, most people forget this part. Number two, create an emotional picture of what that goal looks like. Remember, we have two parts of our mind. We have our conscious mind, our subconscious mind. We have two parts of the mind, our conscious mind and our subconscious mind. We're just going to focus on the subconscious. The subconscious controls 96% of your results. Your subconscious mind can be deemed your emotional mind. Your emotional mind. Okay? Your emotional mind. So, therefore, if your subconscious mind controls 96% of your results because it controls your emotion and it controls your emotion, does it make sense to plant an image in your mind with emotion of your goal? It makes sense, right? We're just not aware of it. We're just not aware of it. But now you are. Seek awareness and everything will come to you. Create an emotional picture. How do you do that? Get a notepad. Get a notepad and go back to when you were a child and tap into your imagination. I talked about it last call. Imagination is one of the 5 faculties of the mind. You can tap into imagination. Imagination is the bridge between the spirit world and the physical world. You can sit here on your couch, on your hammock, see yourself driving that GTR, that Lamborghini, that Tesla, that Cadillac, being an SED, being a Chairman 100. You can see yourself as that person earning $100,000 a month. You can create an image, tap into the spiritual world and bring it down to the physical world. So here you are, you create this image with your imagination. Lamborghini Urus. I'm about to cop the Lamborghini Aventador. I got the GTR is the daily driver, but I need a lamb. I need a lamb. Introduce a lamb in my life. No, but for real, you got to create an emotional picture. Get very detailed. What does your life look like when you reach that goal? You see, one of my visions was to earn $1 million my first year with Bob Proctor. And I remember on New Year's, I'm sitting at the table with Bob Proctor to my right. He's wearing his gray suit. He's always suited up. On my left, I have Matt Rosa and Yanelli, right? Because Matt Rosa, I look up to Matt Rosa. I was speaking to him earlier this morning. Matt Rosa, I was on his call he did with his company. Gosh, that guy's amazing. I look up to Alex Morton and Matt Rosa. To my left, I have Matt Rosa and Yanelli, his wife. And on the other side, I have Alex Morton. I haven't met Alex Morton yet, but I look up to Alex Morton because Alex Morton is like me. He's just like got started when I got started. And I see, and his partner now, I know he got engaged. And here we are, I'm at this mastermind table with Bob Proctor, Matt Rosa, Alex Morton. And I'm sitting here like, holy shit, how did I go from the last New Year's, I was in downtown San Diego trying to pick people up to get some extra tips for New Year's, to a year later, I'm sitting at a table with Bob Proctor, Matt Rosa, and Alex Morton sharing dinner. I got my red bottoms on. Man, I copped 3 pairs of red bottoms this month. Yo, that shit was crazy. I spent $4,500 on shoes last month. That shit's crazy. I'm done with that shit. But it's fun. Like, you create this image of what your life looks like. You get very clear on what life looks like. And you begin to see yourself as that person. Begin acting like that person. Now we're going to go into number 3. Visualize 2 to 4 times per day, acting as if you have it already. So here's what I come to realize. One of my main goals right now, I have 2 main goals right now in my company. Goal number 1, and I share this with my team, my squad. I'm so happy and grateful now that our company brings in $1 million per month. That's goal number 1. Goal number 2 is how can we help our clients get better results in a quantum way? And you're going to hear from Mike and Taylor in a second. Yo, Mike, if you could, I see you're on the call and I saw you guys were doing something. Drop a 1 in the chat, Mike, if you're present. I would love for you guys to share like 5 minutes at the end of this call. Cool, Mike, I'll have you share about 5 minutes at the end of this call, okay? What happened to you over the last couple months in your quantum leap? And so here's what happened. I would visualize and I would see myself at 100,000 a month. April was the first month I did 100,000 in sales. Okay. So some people dropped off. So it's about 85,000 now. But at the time I collected $102,000 when I closed out April. And I remember what I did. I remember starting April and I put a little sticky note on my wall and I put $30,000 and I put a little sticky note and I put it on my wall. And I remember looking at it like, damn, that'd be amazing. $30,000. I'm living in Colombia. That's going to last me a long time. But honestly, and some of you might feel me, you looked at that big goal and you're like, damn, I don't know if I can do that, but 10K would be good. 10K, like I'd be happy with 10K. 30K is like the vision, but 10K would be good. Like you have a goal, but you don't believe it and you kind of like set yourself back. So what's written and what you feel are two different goals. If you know what I mean, drop a 2 in the chat if you know what I'm talking about. So that was me in April. So I started April and I started understanding in April, that's when I started learning about the conscious subconscious, which is lesson 4 in the program. Once I learned lesson 4 in Bob's program, my life completely changed in 2 weeks. And because lesson 1, you learn about how to set goals. Lesson 2, you learn about what a paradigm is. Lesson 3, you learn about how to change the paradigm. Lesson 4, you learn about how to plant an image in your subconscious mind. April is when I learned about lesson 4. Lesson 4 is when everything in my life changed. Okay, that's when I learned about conscious, subconscious. So what I started doing was I started doing my visualizations, how Bob teaches how to do the visualizations. And this is what happened. I was planning in my image that I was earning $100,000 a month, $100,000 a month. And what happens is, and we're going back to the idea of the quantum leap. This girl that was in this particular company, she's like, DeAndre, so what? She was like, almost like talking down at it. So DeAndre, you're just telling me that I just sit here and meditate all day and that's it. And I said, yeah, pretty much. And you let. And she like blew off the answer. And that was kind of the end of the conversation. Like I started getting frustrated. It's like, I can't talk to a wall. Nothing against her. I was talking to a wall. She didn't believe. She didn't believe that you plant the image and you just let things happen. You don't force negates, you let. Whether, everybody listen to me right now. Everybody pay attention. Everybody's like doing different things. Listen to me right now. Whether you believe in the law of attraction or not, it's still working in your life. Whether you choose to accept or reject that idea, it is still working in your life. Think about this. The law of gravity works whether you accept it or reject it. I am on the 28th floor. If you jump off the building, whether you accept the idea of gravity or not, your ass is falling to the ground. Whether you reject as much as you believe and reject the idea of gravity, your ass is falling to the ground. Vice versa, whether you accept or reject the idea of law of attraction will be to your progress or to your demise, whichever one you accept. There's 3 types of people. The people that reject the idea of law of attraction. Number 2, the people that kind of know about it and they just manifest coffee. They manifest a parking spot. They manifest $100. They manifest a boyfriend. That's it. And they don't want no more. They watch a movie. They watch a couple of YouTube videos. No more. And the 3rd type where it's like, shit, if this is real, I want to dive 100% into it. And that was me. Bob said law of attraction. I put everything on credit card to work with him to learn the law of attraction. Which category are you in? So you accept this idea of the law of attraction. You let happen. So I'm planning this image in April. No idea how this is going to happen. Not one single clue. Not one speck of ounce. I think at the time I had like 3 or 4 clients. Check this out. I literally have the notes. Like I can go on my Instagram and tell you the exact dates. On April 9th, Neno reached out to me and said, yo, DeAndre, I want to get some coaching with you. I was like, bro, I've been hearing about you. Let's connect. That's a Thursday, March 9th. The following day, him and I hop on a Zoom call. We connect. We see we're on the same path. The following Monday, he brings me on Neno in the morning. Shout out to my boy Neno. I met him for the first time in person about 3 days ago here in Miami. He was in Miami. I wouldn't be here without Neno. I wouldn't be here without anybody, but I attracted the people. I planted it, I attracted it. I think Nano in the morning was the 13th. That's when I came on Nano in the morning. Between the 13th and the 30th, 17 days, I brought in 102,000 in sales. In 17 days, 102K in sales, 85,500 in cash, 17 days. Quantum leap. I planted the image and the universe attracted the people to me. Did I sit and fumble about how it was going to happen and try to work and send DMs all day? No, I planted the image and I let. That was number 3. Visualize 2 to 4 times per day, acting as if you have it. Number 4, keep your goal in mind throughout the day. And that's why you have your goal card. You become what you think about. Earl Nightingale says, you become what you think about. James Allen says, as a man thinketh, so shall he be. Begin to think about what you want. By having a goal card, clearly defined in one sentence, a C-type goal, a C-type goal, a goal that's a fantasy. You have a C-type goal that's a fantasy and a clearly written out statement in the present tense. I'm so happy and grateful now that one line goal. You don't have 7 goals on it. You have one goal and everything else will fall in line. I'm so happy and grateful now that I effortlessly earn $1 million per month by attracting 5 quality clients per day from my Facebook ad webinar. Very clear. And I plant and I plant and I plant. If you want a gold card, it's in the chat right now. Thanks, Quay. Shout out to my boy Quay. Thanks, bro. He's my sales manager. And you don't just write it down, carry it with you. Ladies, you gotta figure. I don't like the fellas. We just put it in our pocket. Girls gotta figure out where to put it. Your purse is not good enough. You gotta figure out somewhere other place, ladies. I don't know where else you can put it, but the purse isn't good enough. You gotta see it. You gotta see it consistently. And number 5, mastermind group. I surrounded myself with leaders at and above my level that could expand me. That could expand me. I started getting ideas from Bob Proctor. I started getting ideas from Neno, from Mina. I started getting ideas from one of my close friends, Kelson. I started masterminding and bouncing back ideas and started trying things to get to the next level. And guess what? For my company now to get to $1 million a month in the next 60 to 90 days, we're doing the same thing. I literally, right in front of you, I am manifesting everything. Right before everybody's eyes, right now, I am planting the quantum leap. This call is being recorded. I'll post it on my YouTube channel. We'll reflect back in this in 6 months, and I'm literally showing you what I'm doing to manifest the next quantum leap at $1 million a month in my company. If I can do it, you can do it. I showed you my story. I showed you the numbers. I showed you what I did to get it. Now it ultimately comes down to you guys. Yo, my man, Mike, you there? Oh, I think I got to unmute you. My bad. Mike, cut that camera on. You there?
Yes, sir. Yes. Yes, sir. Yes.
Awesome. Let me do a quick little intro. All right, guys, so I want to introduce you to my man, Mike. He's actually one of my clients. Guys, this story could inspire you. He's at a network marketing company. And here's the thing. A lot of people, like The Fly, they look at their network marketing company as the only source of income that can come in that month, right? They're looking at, okay, I'm at this level, so that means I'm going to make 1,000 this month. And they're just so focused on that. But guess what? The universe can give you from a million upon million square different ways money can come into your life. And I started explaining this to Mike. I said, Mike, start seeing your money coming from an unexpected source. Yes, you have your number one business. That's your focus, but expect money to come from unexpected sources. Okay. So Mike got started with me, and Mike and Taylor, they're a couple. They trade Forex. And they've been with me for 2 months. When they got started, and actually he'll share a story more depth, but here's the story I remember from my side, and then he'll say his story. I remember that they were late on their payment one month. They were late like a good couple days, maybe like a week or something. I give like a grace period because I was late on my first payment. I was late on my first payment to Bob. They actually deactivated me. Cool little story. They deactivated me for like a good couple days. So I give my clients a grace period. And I remember him being late. And the fact that last month, this was what, 2 months ago, you were late on a payment. Last month, the month of July, he brought in over $40,000. To being late on a payment to 30 days later, bringing in 40,000 last month. Talk about a quantum leap. Guys, I don't take any responsibility for his success, because at the end of the day, he's in the same program, the same information. This is not staged. I literally just asked him right now to come on. So Mike, if you want to take like 5 minutes, and I think that if everybody hears, not just from me, but if they hear from you and your story, maybe they can relate to you because you're network marketing. Maybe they can relate your story. So Mike, just take about 5 minutes, bro. And I really appreciate you for coming on with such short notice, man. Go ahead and share like how you guys started and what actually happened, bro. All right, you're unmuted.
Thank you so much. Oh my gosh, guys, you talk about the law of attraction. Like, I can't even stress to you enough how important learning the law of attraction, learning these different laws of the universe, how important that is. Because you have to understand, okay, so my story, right, my fiance and I, I do come from a financial background, and I've been in network marketing before, but I'm in I Am Mastery Academy now, and I'm currently a Platinum 1000 within the company. And the thing is, guys, this is the crazy thing, is we went from, like DeAndre said, being late on payments. Not only that, but not even paying our rent. Like, Taylor and I were late on rent for about 2.5 months because of COVID. Well, it's not because of COVID, right? But we were using COVID as the excuse. And so the thing is, we went from that mindset of right before we were in the program thinking into results. It's crazy because I remember when DeAndre first did the call with Nino. I remember this. I was on the call, and we were at like 700 people, 600 or 700 people on that call. And this was DeAndre's first time with Nino. And I remember saying to my fiance, I said, man, it's amazing how he's attracted Nino into his life. And I told her, I was like, I want to work with him. I want to work with DeAndre. That's crazy. Like, he's attracted Nino in his life, and he's not even in I Am Mastery Academy, right? And what you did to Nino after that, the psychology behind you coming on and you and Nino doing a call, the psychology behind that, what you did after that, Nino's call went from 700 to averaging 500 to 700 to now averaging over 1,700 people within 2 months of you doing that. So that right there confirmed it for me. I was like, man, I want to work with him because he's obviously on the right path, right? One of my biggest goals is to help 1 million people, however that means, whatever that looks like, right? I just want to impact the world, making an impact. And so everything aligned when I saw DeAndre on that call. To now, fast forward now, guys. Now DeAndre is my friend. I'm in Thinking Into Results. We're going to Miami, right? We're going to be chilling with DeAndre. And this all started from becoming. But you have to understand, it hasn't always been like this, right? When we started, we were late on payments. I was late on monthly payments for rent. I didn't pay rent for 2.5 months. I didn't pay my phone bill. Phone was about to get cut off, right? And once we started learning how to let go of the outcome, because I was focusing too much on trading. I was honestly focusing too much on trading and making money from trading and living off of trading. And that was the only way I wanted to make my money. I was closing my blessings from other sources. As I learned in Thinking Into Results to let go of the outcome and to let the universe do its work, because there's endless amounts of possibilities that can happen that could give you that goal, right? I learned through this program that once you let it go, you attract what it is that you want into your life. The money that we attracted came out of nowhere. It came from a state of flow, from a flowing state. There wasn't a lot of physical work that we did. Everything came from meditating, guys. And when I first started meditating, you have to understand, it's not something that, at first it sounds kind of corny, right, when you do it and you see the process of doing it, because you got to sit there in silence, right? And you're telling yourself, damn, dog, so I just sit here in silence and think about things that I want. Like, how's that supposed to attract into my life? Right? But as I started doing it, you start connecting with your inner self and you start really figuring out your purpose for each day, and you really start going where you want to go inside your mind. This is what helps you bring into your life what it is that you want. All of these things, this state of being that I'm at now, right? I've earned more than $40,000 brought into my life just from a state of being, and none of this money came from trading. That's the most amazing thing. None of this money that I make came from trading. I trade full time. I'm a full-time trader in I Am Mastery Academy. I don't work another job. I don't do anything else. All of my money came from a state of being, right? From really just letting go of all outcomes. So it's amazing to look back and see where I started, because when we started, we were late as shit, about to get evicted, right? So now I don't have to worry. We're about to pay off the rest of the rent until December, right? I went from that to this in just a state of being. Thinking into results has helped me so much, just in the fact that it gives you the direct information that you need to learn, right? In order to be in that state of being, to attract what it is that you want into your life like that. Not in amount of time, because time is created by man. There is no such thing as time, right? And when we learn to let go of time, when we learn to let go of the outcome, everything else that we want, the universe will mend itself to give you those results of what you want, right? It'll put people, situations, circumstances, and events into your life to now giving you that of whatever it is that you focus on, whatever you put your energy on, whatever grass you water every day, right? That's what becomes greener. And so all of this, guys, all of this information, right, is directly given to you straight from Uncle Bobby P himself. We have my man DeAndre being a vessel of information from Uncle Bobby P, and he has the results. Uncle Bobby P has the results. DeAndre has the results, and they're still moving to get more results, guys. So you have to understand, this man, right, these people, they don't have to do this. They don't have to jump on these calls and do this for free. Uncle Bobby P doesn't have to give this information to people, right? They don't have to share this information with us. The fact of the matter is, they're here. We get to learn this information. We get to learn this information. We get to understand this, right? And this is how I've been able to attract more into my life. This is how I'm attracting situations, circumstances, and events that's giving me the 6 figures a month now. So please, guys, please, please, please understand that everything that we're doing, right? Thinking into results, Bob Proctor, DeAndre Saxton, right? All of these people are here to help us. They're here to help us have quantum leaps. They're here to help us take off to go to the next level. And they don't have to be here. So just understand that, take full advantage of what we have right now. Because yeah, you could go, find information out online and through other books, but it's not the direct information. That's the thing. It's not the direct information. So it'll take you longer to do that, as opposed to just coming in, right, with an open mind and understanding that everything that Uncle Bobby P is sharing, everything that DeAndre is helping us go through, is the exact direct information that we need to make the quantum leaps. So thank you, DeAndre. I really do appreciate you, bro. You have been such a light and guider in my fiance and I's lives. And bro, I can't wait to be there tomorrow. We'll be in Miami tomorrow. So we're flying out. This will be our first time there. So we're freaking excited. I'm literally so excited right now. Like, I'm in a state of just vibrating so high. I'm shaking right now. It's crazy.
Let's go.
Thank you, bro. I just really appreciate you.
I'm excited to meet you tomorrow too, bro. Awesome. Thanks for sharing that, man. Thanks for sharing that, guys. Man, I just appreciate everybody that's really here. I was on Mina's live and she was crying yesterday. Just from the people in her life, and that got me emotional too. Mina was on the call earlier. She's traveling. She's on the plane and she was on the call. So yeah, she's so appreciative of my clients, my business associates, my mentors, my God, and everybody. And I'm just like you said, I'm just a vessel to share this with you guys right here in front of you. So guys, but I want to make 2 announcements, and then we're gonna go into a mastermind. Remember, I have the live event this Thursday. It's a free event. You register on Eventbrite. You can either, my boy Quay will drop it in the chat here for Zoom, or you can go to my Instagram bio. Like I said, people are flying out to come to this event. This event is going to mark history, because years from now, we're going to put 55,000 in a stadium, and it's going to be a great start. So the live event's this Thursday. All the info for that will be in the Eventbrite. Okay. Second one is, guys, remember, if you tag me in your Instagram story, if you tag me, whether you tag this call and write like a nice little caption or something, write a caption so I can repost it, obviously, or whatever you want to put. So retag me. You have the chance to get a free one-on-one clarity call with me. Okay. So actually, let me show you what that looks like. So this is what I created. All right. I actually just got this idea yesterday. That's how the intuition works. So here's how you qualify a free one-on-one clarity call with me. Tag me in your Instagram story for the chance to get a free one-on-one call, because I can go through my DMs and re-tag you guys on my story. It's at Miami Patron. And here's what we do if you get the clarity call. Okay. Number one is we're gonna do a paradigm shift. We're gonna see what's in your paradigm, what's holding you back. That's number one. Okay. So that's the first thing. Let me go ahead and disable this. That's number one. Number two is we're gonna give you a game plan. All right. Once I understand what's in your paradigm, we got to see how to fix it. That's the second thing you're going to get on this free call. The third thing is that you're going to get information on Bob's 6-month program, Thinking into Results, the one that changed my life, the one that changed Mike's life, the one that's been out since 2009. It's Bob's #1 program. So that's what you're going to get, the pricing, all that kind of good stuff on that clarity call. Don't be worried about money, guys. Remember, I had less than $200 when I started with Bob. But when I made a decision, which is you'll learn in lesson 1, when you make a decision, the money will come. I had a credit card with my grandfather, a business card that my grandfather helped me get because my credit was shit. But my grandpa helped me get that credit card. And because of that credit card, I was able to put $5,000 down to get started with Bob with not one single clue how I was going to pay it off. And because of that, it changed my life. And it can change your life too. All right. So, all right. So now what we're going to do is we're going to transition over to the mastermind, guys. This is a language, family. This is a language. Money is a language. Benjamin Franklin is a language. By the way, on my Instagram, I talked about the language of money. Like I went on a rant yesterday. I was promoting the event, and then I started talking about the language of money. If you guys want to watch that, it's on my Instagram right now. The video, it's on Instagram TV. It was pretty dope. Like I went in, I don't know what was something. The Holy Spirit, the Holy Ghost came across me and I started talking about the language of money. So that's a really cool little 30-minute video I did on my Instagram live. I believe I did it on Facebook and YouTube as well, live. So here's what we do for the mastermind, guys, is I'm going to answer your guys' question. There's 2 ways you can ask a question. You can drop it in the chat, write out your question, and I'll answer your question. Or you can raise your hand, I'll unmute you, and you can ask me live. Okay? So while you guys are typing out your questions, while you guys are raising your hand, what you do is click down at the bottom, click participants. There'll be a little section that says raise your hand. I'll get a little notification and I can unmute you. All right. So while you guys are doing that, remember, if you have any questions on what happened today or any questions, just message me on Instagram. I'm pretty good at getting back to everybody right now. So just message me at Miami Patron. If any questions about the program, the event, anything, you'll find it on my Instagram. Okay. All right. Let's see what kind of questions we have. We got any questions, guys? Instagram, if you have questions, you got to be on the live. Got to be on the live, or sorry, on the Zoom call if you want to get your questions answered. Any questions, guys? Questions, or if you guys want to add anything. All right, I'm going to give it another 15 seconds here. How do you prep your meditations? What I do for my meditation simply is I find the music that I like. I went on SoundCloud and I put in meditation music and I just sampled through the stuff that I liked, different like binaural beats. What I came to like a lot are like Native American flute music. When I had my ayahuasca ceremony, they played the Native American flute music, and I was like a little worm and shit, like during my ayahuasca ceremony. And I got a liking to the Native American music. So I typically played some Native American music. I'll sit right here on my couch or my hammock, and then I bring my goal card. I bring the image of what I created on my goal card, and then for like 5, 10, 15 minutes, however I feel. Sometimes I take a nap on that image. I'll just see myself as that person, get very clear, bring my emotions up, and that's what I do. And I'll do that 2 or 3 times a day. It's very simple. Very simple. It's nothing complicated. How much is the program? What is the program you're talking about? The program is called Thinking into Results. It's from Bob Proctor. It's a 6-month program where you get coached for 6 months from Bob Proctor and myself. How much is it? We go over the pricing on the clarity call. So just reach out to me on Instagram privately for the pricing and all the details on that. Yes, it's Thinking into Results. How long is your meditation? It just depends how I feel. It could be 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes. I might take a nap on it for 20. I'm not very anal about it. Like I said, it's not the time, the strategy. It's just like whatever you feel, you know? Any tips on bringing up the emotion when you're thinking about the goal? Yeah, good question. That's where the clear image comes from. You have to tap into your imagination and figure out what do you really want. If what you're moving towards right now isn't what you want, you're not going to be emotional. You're going to have feelings of not wanting to do it. So if there's something that you truly want, you will be very emotional about it. That's how you know you really want it. And what you do is you get you write it down, get very clear on what it looks like. It's like my $1 million a month business. I'm very clear what it looks like. It's not for me to earn $1 million a month. Like, what do I need? Another Lamborghini, another pair of shoes? Like, it has nothing to do with me. It has everything to do with my sales team. Right? I want to have 3 to 4 people that I'm employing that are earning at least $30,000 a month. My sales team, they're out there earning $13,000 a month. They're buying their BMWs. They're retiring their parents. They're buying their dream homes. They're traveling the world by helping clients. And guess what? Because they're compensated so well, they're servicing my clients better. My clients, they don't just come to me now. They can come to me. They can come to my team calls. They can go to their accountability partner, or they can go to their sales leader that enrolled them. So my sales leaders almost become like little mini coaches that they can come to because my sales leaders are getting results. My sales leaders are being compensated. So now we're running a better overall company because now the clients are getting results. My sales team is getting results. Therefore, the overall company is getting results, and we're spreading the light more. Okay, so I'm very emotional about that. That's the feeling I bring. And then obviously I bring the materialistic. I'm going to get a Lamborghini as well, a Aventador. So I see myself driving the Lamborghini. I see myself having an office here in Miami with my team. I see us doing millions of dollars a month in sales. I see my clients doing testimonials. I want it to be to the point where we're earning $1 million a month in my company because we're out there and our clients collectively are bringing in 10, 20, $30 million a month in their businesses. Like we take 1 million a month, but our clients, across all our clients, we're generating 10 million, 20 million a month because our clients are getting results. So that's the vision. And I'm very emotional about it. You can see how my voice gets, my voice is behind it. I have an image of what that looks like. I'm emotional about it. Therefore, it's done. Therefore, Uncle Benjamin Franklin wants to come hang out with me. Where did I do my ayahuasca ceremony? I did it in Medellin, Colombia. I did a YouTube video about it. If you want the contact for where I did ayahuasca, it's on my YouTube channel, my ayahuasca ceremony, and in the chat I have the WhatsApp for the guy that runs it in Colombia. Can you tell Smith about thinking into results? I don't even know what that means. Can you tell Smith about thinking into results? 11th chapter. The 11th chapter is about leaving people with an impression of increase. I don't know who Smith is though. Oh, that guy above. Who's Mr. Diamond, by the way? Are you in the program? I don't know who that is. Mr. Diamond. Lesson 11 is about leaving people with the impression of increase, which is doing things in a certain way. Caitlin, I have a YouTube video about that, so you can just go watch the YouTube video. I have the contact and all the information on that. Any other questions, guys? Drop them in the chat or raise your hand. I'll unmute you. Remember, tag me in your Instagram story for a chance for the one-on-one call. And I have the live event. You can find that in my Instagram bio. Register. All right, I'm going to give it 10 seconds. If there's no more questions, we're going to hop off on today's call. What's my YouTube channel? At Miami Patron, just like my Instagram. All my social media is across. Miami Patron. Nobody can spell my name. My name is DeAndre. All right, I would like to hear. Drop in the chat right now. How do you think you spell my name? I'm probably going to get like 7 different variations. How do you spell DeAndre? Yeah, because you guys know me already. You know how to spell my name. for people that don't know me, they don't know how to spell my name. They're like D-E-D-I. I get some weird ass shit. No, my name is D''Andre. So when people search me, they can't find me because they spell it wrong. So I was like, shit, I got to change my name on social media. It can't be DeAndre, you know? And then I was in Miami at the time. And then I like Pablo Escobar and Tony Montana. I loved Scarface. I was like, Patron means boss in Spanish. They called Pablo El Patron. I was like, well, shit, I'm in Miami, El Patron de Miami Patron. I tried it out and people really liked it. So that's how Miami Patron came about, because of Pablo Escobar. You know, it's funny. Yeah. All right, guys. So if there's no more questions, without further ado, I'm gonna sign out. The recording will be on my YouTube channel. I love you guys. Remember, share this with your team. I do this imagine one person that could have been on this call, that could have heard this information, that could have changed their life. Think about that. Think about that person. Share it with them, because it could change their life. Without further ado, family, it is 1-1-1 right now. Blessings coming our way. I'll see you guys next time. Miami Patron out.